Hello, my friends. My name is Laura Mordell. I'm the facilitator of the Vitality Movement and a conscious business consultant. And today I want to talk about how sometimes business detours end up circling back later. So, if you've seen my past videos, I've talked about the concept that life is a puzzle. And sometimes you're building over here, and then you're building over here, and then you're building over there, and you're like, what the heck? This doesn't make any sense. But one day, it all makes sense. And if you hold that mentality that every life experience that you are building currently is going to circle back later, that is what you will create. So at the time, it was 2017, I had something happen to me personally that emotionally devastated me, honestly. Obviously, when you're emotionally devastated, sometimes that can take a really big hit on your creativity and just your ability to run a business, if that makes sense. So, after a long time of thinking about it, I decided I was going to get a part-time job so I could kind of have a little alleviate financial pressure and emotionally recover from what had happened to me. So I took this job at a restaurant and eventually I became promoted to manager. And as a manager, I was doing the hiring and the onboarding and streamlining systems and, coming up with all the standard operating procedures. And I started being at this job way longer than I thought I would. They liked me and they just kept giving me more and more time. And I found over time I was like working less on my business and more at this job just because I had become a manager of it, if that makes sense. And so I also had a lot of reflecting on my business at the time. And I was like, well, maybe I want to get into consulting at some point. I want to help pretty much do what I do now. And so I started looking at different career opportunities because I really liked the idea at the time of having a consistent paycheck. And I was in a relationship at the time, so I liked having that time. I didn't have as much time to build my business, if that makes sense. So, but I at the same time I felt really guilty because Vitality, since I started it in 2011, was always this like it was it. And I remember I finally created a career in human resources. And like a part of me, when I accepted that job, died a little because I felt like I was giving up on my dream for Vitality. And what happened and what I learned at that job totally was valuable and important for like I didn't have all the puzzle pieces for Vitality until I took that job and started working on in a corporate environment, which I had never done at the time. So I really started to understand how corporate environments work, like who made decisions, and how to best serve a business as a consultant. And so eventually I went and I left that job to go back to Vitality full time. But if I hadn't had that experience, I wouldn't be able to do the work that I did before, despite feeling extremely guilty of giving up on my dream. And so sometimes there's like, especially among entrepreneurs, there's like this bad rap of like, having a secondary income. But one of the most valuable things that I learned while I took that job is I actually learned how to manifest more with detachment. So when I left the job, not only did I leave it with a ton of experience, but I had developed this whole new faith in God and being supported because I had so much less time to do my spiritual work and my manifesting. But I was manifesting better things because I was more detached from the outcome because I didn't need my business to work well, or provide income in order for me to survive, right? And when you link survival with your business, sometimes it can be very much more difficult to manifest. So my point in this is one, don't feel down on yourself if you end up having to go get a job or whatever, or create an alternate source of income in your business to fund your passion project or what you are ultimately going to do. If I could go back to that time, I would have told myself like you're going to get back to it, which I knew on some level, but it was like when like I'm going to be honest, I felt like I was giving up on my dream and failing to a degree. But you cannot look at it like that. You always have to remember that every experience is leading you to the final product, which for me was the Vitality Movement, which in retrospect needed some time to marinate. I needed to learn some more lessons and I needed more things in order to get it done. So I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Has there been a time where you have contemplated maybe pulling in another source of income? And did you feel guilt about it? What would it look like if you looked for opportunities to create income that might supplement your business for the time being, fund it, but also give you new skills and things you can use to bring it back to your business? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. If you know someone who is struggling with this, I would love for you to like and share this video with them so we can spread the conscious business consulting concept. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.